Okay guys, so we're going to be servicing the transmission. That right there is the rear transmission seal. For this one, it's leaking, as you can see by the huge amount of transmission fluid that is actually on the underside of the cab. So this thing, you can see it's a pretty damn big transmission. It actually holds 15 quarts of fluid. So, nice big transmission, 20 bolts. So we're going to be taking all the fluid out of it and putting new fluid in it. And there's a filter in there we're going to be changing, and then we're going to be putting a new seal on the back of it. And yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing today. As you can see, because this thing is a long bed, it has a decently long drive shaft. So we got to take that loose first. So there's no flange up here. This is one of these slide out ones, so we have to take it loose from back there and actually pull it out of the back of the transmission. But before I do that, because I don't want, I want to try to minimize how much leakage for fluid wise we have, I am gonna go ahead and try to, well, I'm gonna do something first, and you'll see it on camera, whatever it is. So anyways, just a little catch up. The truck, whenever we put it in drive, is still missing a little bit. I'm not sure if it's because I didn't let the truck warm up this morning or what it is, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We may, try to figure it out some more. We may just leave it because it is drivable. So, all right. So, like, the way this pan is like this, like the front of it, I don't know if you can see my hand or not, to be honest, but like the front of it that like goes and connects to the engine, the corner of the pan is a lot lower than this one back here. This one back here is like tapered up. I think that's actually gonna be an issue as far as trying to get as much fluid out as we can. So I think our best bet is to follow gravity and go with the forward, because it says forward right here. So we're gonna go this corner. So I'll adjust you guys where you can see that. Get my pan down here and start adjusting. Alright, so we got all the fluid drained out of the pan. To try to get some more of the fluid out, we're going to be taking the transmission lines loose and trying to blow out as much as we can. But this right here is the transmission filter. We are going to be putting a new one of those on. I got a new one of those. So we're going to be putting a new one of them on and trying to get as much of this old purple fluid out, Because this fluid's not even red. Not even close to being red. So we definitely want to replace it with some nice new fresh fluid, so that we get another 60,000 miles out of it. Alrighty. So with that being said, we're gonna try to get as much of the fluid out as we can, probably now, and then put it on a new filter and bolt everything back together. And then after that, we'll take our drive shaft loose and replace our rear main seal. So slight change of plans. We're gonna be going ahead and taking the drive shaft loose now to try to get as much of the fluid out as we possibly can. So we want to make us a reference mark on the flange of our drive shaft and on the flange that it bolts to, so that we know how it was oriented whenever we took it off, so we can put it back on the same way. So I'm just kind of scratching a line into the side of the metal with this little flathead screwdriver. And we're just gonna, whenever we put this thing back on, we're just gonna line those up. I know there's a dog barking, but I hope you guys can understand. We're just gonna line those back up. Alright, so fast forward a little bit. You probably, I don't know if you saw, but the fluid we took out was actually this color, which is almost a purplish red. This one's actually redder than what was in there, because I think that one came out of the filter, and the filter has actually red fluid in it. But it was purple, which is not good. As you can see, we made a big old mess, but stuff happens. Anyway, and this magnet was full of normal wear and tear stuff. If you pull it off your pan and your magnet's full of metal, don't be concerned. That's pretty normal. That's why the magnet's there, is to catch that metal so it's not circulating through your transmission. Anyway, so we got everything cleaned up, and we took our other seal out of the back and our drive shaft off, which I talked about how to mark it and all that. But the seal that they sold me was wrong, so I have to go get that exchanged. I just love it whenever that happens. So I have to go get a different seal so that I can actually put fluid in this transmission. But what we're going to go ahead and do now is we're going to go ahead and bolt this transmission up. I really am not going to be able to show you very well how to do this, but basically same thing as a valve cover gasket. You want to try to do these in a sequence so that your transmission goes up nice and even and bolts up. This is what's called a reusable gasket. I don't know if you can read that, but it says pan is equipped with a reusable gasket. It actually says it on the other side. Probably still can't read it, but anyway, it says pan is equipped with a reusable gasket. So the new one that they gave me, whenever they gave me the filter, it was kind of crap. I mean, it was a paper one and it was broke whenever they gave it to me. I'm kind of not too happy about that, but it was a filter kit, and I kind of want to get this thing back together today, so you know, I kind of don't have a whole lot of choices. Anyways, so we're gonna go ahead and bolt this transmission pan back on, and maybe that dog will shut up. Alright guys, so my camera's actually almost out of space because I recorded a lot yesterday, but we went ahead and kind of on a time crunch. We went ahead and put our new seal in and put our drive shaft back in. Basically, if you guys want to take them out, they're really simple. There's a metal ridge here. You just want to pry that out with a screwdriver and get the seal out, and then you just drive your new one in however you see fit. There's no particular way to do it, just any way you figure it out. So we went ahead and did that, bolted our drive shaft back up. This is a long drive shaft because it's a long bed truck. So yeah, so now we just have to add transmission fluid to refill the transmission, and then we should be good to go. This thing has a massive pan on it though. This is a huge transmission. No wonder it takes 15 quarts of fluid. Okay guys, so we flushed out the torque converter. I was really going to show you how to do it because I thought it was easy. There's actually quite a few more steps to it than I thought, and there's someone else online that has a way better video than me about how to flush them out. But here's the basic gist. Basically, well, they're not on the side, they're on that side. I came over to the wrong side. But on that side of this is a E40D Ford transmission. But on this particular transmission, this is for any transmission, but the transmission cooler line is on the other side of this one. But you want to take it loose, and it's basically you have an output and an input line. The output is what you want to put into like a jug or something, and then you want to flush out, you want to crank the truck and let it all run out. There's a guy, like I said, that has a way better explanation than I can do right now without showing you. So I'll probably leave a link to his video in the description below if you want to go check that out. That way you know how to flush the torque converter. But basically we did that. We got all of our old fluid out. I don't remember if you guys saw, but that fluid was bad. I mean, that was probably factory. That was probably the same fluid that was in it in 1995, which seems to be the common thing with this. This thing seems to be really never serviced. Also, we noticed whenever we were putting in the shaft seal back there that there was some scoring on the back shaft part of it. So we went ahead and put in our new seal. And we're kind of hoping that that fixes the issue with that, but it may not. It may actually be that because there's like, this is somebody got in there with an air hammer and tried to knock out that seal with an air hammer. I don't know why they would do that, but that's what it looks like, because the back shaft is messed up. If it's still leaking, that means I'm looking at a shaft replacement. I really don't want to do that, so I'm going to hope that just that seal does it. Anyways, guys, so yeah, the truck's back together. We're actually a couple quarts low on fluid, so I'm gonna go to the store and pick up some fluid and grab some lunch and all that, and I'll fill her back up. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for today, I believe. Okay, so the only thing that I want to put at the end of this video is talk about wheels for a minute, because I'm sure some of you have questions. These are the wheels that are currently on it. Just kind of ones I put on it, rolled around the yard, and then somebody gave me these chrome trim rings I put on it. It actually looks pretty good with them. The only thing that I'm not a big fan of is that, as you can see, they don't stick out from the fender at all. I'd like them to stick out a little bit, but I bought these the other day. Now these are really nice wheels. I know that's what you're saying. They're Bassett's. They're nice and deep. They stick out good and far and be good. I thought this was the same lug pattern. It's not. This is a 5 by 5.5 lug pattern, and this is a 5 by 4.75 lug pattern. So they're a good bit different. I have found adapters / spacers that will work for these wheels, but they're $280 for 4 of them, and I only paid $50 for this whole set of wheels. And after with spacers, that thing's gonna sit out like right here, and honestly that's kind of a bit further than I kind of wanted it to, and I need at least 1.75 spacers for this thing. So I'm not doing that, because I'll have way more in these wheels than they're worth. But we are going to be doing a new build soon. It is a 1981 F-150. That build will be starting here relatively soon. I can't give you an exact date yet, but pretty soon it will be starting. And I'm thinking about, after I get on with everything I'm going to do to it, having like new hubs and stuff that'll make these wheels work. I don't know though, nothing's final yet. We'll just have to see as the project goes along. But yeah, guys. So with all that being said, I want to thank you very much for watching this video. Doing the transmission on this truck was important, because it can cause major problems if you don't service your transmission properly. In my opinion, every vehicle needs a transmission service within the manufacturer specifications. So this one was 60,000 miles, and this truck currently has 117,000. I really can't remember the exact number, but it's a little over 100,000, which means that they probably didn't change it. So that was probably the original fluid from 1995. So I'm definitely glad we changed it. Got some fresh fluid in here. It's shifting a lot better, and it's just all around doing better. So, yeah guys, with all that being said, I want to thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.